Good afternoon and welcome to tonight's broadcast. My name is Marvin LeBlanc and you are joining the broadcast entitled Part 4 of 5, The Secrets to Earning Referrals. Again, my name is Marvin LeBlanc. I am the founder of Marvelous Performance Systems, which is a training company. I am a keynote speaker. I am an Amazon Kindle bestseller. Welcome to the room, Jordan Moyer. Jordan Moyer is an excellent personal trainer. Someone should follow Jordan Moyer to learn more about what his message is. Isabella is in the house. Welcome, Isabella. Wow. I see some Periscopers coming through loud and clear. Max power. Woo! I like the max power. Hopefully tonight I will bring you some maximum power of my own, some Cajun maximum power to help you earn more referrals. I don't have any friends of mine that say, well, Marvin, I don't need to learn about earning more referrals. I have all the referrals I need. No one ever says that. Welcome, Isabella. Isabella, where are you coming in from? What city or state? Can everybody hear me okay? Turbo Dog is here. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I appreciate the hearts. How's my sound? Okay. Jordan says my sound is okay. That if it's good enough for Jordan, it's good enough for me. Again, my name is Marvin LeBlanc. I'm going to get right to the content. Jeanette, welcome. I strongly suggest you guys get a pencil and paper because out of the 7 or 8 ideas, San Diego is in the house, the land of no humidity, something I desperately long for when I'm in South Louisiana. Yes, San Diego. I thought I once had an elegant house, and then I took a tour of the La Jolla area, and this big huge house I thought I had could fit inside the garage of a home in La Jolla. So you see, someone is always at a higher level. The most important thing, and this is off the topic, but the most important thing is for you to be your best self, right, Jordan? Be your best self. You can learn from others. I'm expecting you to pick up some ideas tonight that you can implement, but at the same time, you want to build your brand, the brand of you. Okay, so let's get right to the material. Thank you, Jeff. For those of you that are here, go ahead and click that little bitty guy. Let's see, he's right over there. I can't get there. We go. Add value any way you can and be vulnerable and open. Don't expect to be perfect. Quite frankly, if you're too perfect, that really scares somebody because when you're so perfect, you don't even seem believable or authentic. I mean, I have people tell me I have a thick Cajun accent. Now, if you have a Georgia drawl or you from Texas and you're telling me I've got an accent, come on, baby. Embrace it, man. Jeanette is rocking and rolling here. So let's begin. Our series tonight is called Part 4 of 5, Secrets to Earning Referrals. So the reason it's Part 4 of 5 is because we have had very good, Jordan, you go and be a leader for your training call. And you can catch me on the rebroadcast at catch.me/Marvin LeBlanc. katch.me/Marvin LeBlanc. So that if anybody misses this, or you got to run, you got to take care of kids, you got to date, ooh, you're going to eat, yeah, I love to eat. My daughter once said, Dad, you're out of shape. I said, Taylor, you haven't learned anything in school. Round is a shape. True story, that happened. So the reason it's Part 4 of 5 is that what you might have missed, I strongly encourage you to go back and see the rebroadcast because Part 1 started with rule number 1 of being referable, and that is show up on time. Okay? It's not cool to be fashionably late. Okay? So show up on time. Number 2, pay attention. And what I'm talking about there is pay attention to other people. What we're talking about there is to be fully present, meaning be where you are. A friend of mine, colleague Brooks Baltich in Orlando, Florida once told me, be where you are. Man, and he's in a study group with me, and that made so much sense to my small microscopic Cajun brain. Be where you are. Put that darn cell phone down whenever you're trying to have a face-to-face moment, okay, with a loved one or a team member or whoever matters, okay? Your whole life doesn't have to always be on that cell phone. Yes, I do rock on Periscope. Thank you so much. Yes, I do rock, but at the same time, there's a time and place to turn it off. Don't just live your whole life vicariously through other people on Periscope. Make sure that you take your time to create your own life. Isn't that right? Up $2? I like that. I'm up $2. I like that. So, how to become referable? Show up on time, pay attention, ask questions, listen. And then tonight's 2 rules we're going to talk about is rule number 5, and that is say please and thank you. Now, I'm not going to give you a lecture on manners, okay? That's not what I'm doing. But what I am trying to communicate to you is to show your appreciation by saying please and thank you more frequently. Can I get a couple of hearts on that? Say please and thank you more frequently and authentically mean it. I mean, that's a really important thing. You know, it's still nothing wrong with saying yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. Even though, as you can see, I'm not a teenager anymore, it's still important to have some manners. Show some respect out there. And you guys out there, open up a door for a lady, whether it's a car door or a door at a restaurant or an office, okay? Could you open up some doors and show some respect and be helpful? Another thing is not only open up doors for ladies, but if you're on Periscope, could you please decide to open up your mind? Open up your mind to all of the possibilities. Tonight after my broadcast, what I want you to do is look at those notes that you should be taking and decide how can those notes affect you in your life. I can't stand these glasses. I only have about 4 or 5 pair. None of them, you know, are worth a darn, and I refuse to go to the doctor. So I got this glare coming off. You see? I'm imperfect, but hey, I'm rocking it. You know why? Because I am completely committed to adding extra value. So say please and thank you. That's how to be referable. What I'm talking about there is people see when you show respect. And if you're a person that frequently doesn't show respect, you're also not a person that they're going to value as someone that should earn their referrals. Because if you're ever disrespectful to someone who gives you a referral, that's not heading into the right direction, and you're not going to make it in business. Okay, so the key to the success that I have enjoyed, I'm a fully licensed insurance person and professional in the state of Louisiana, and I have a firm there. And that firm, we grew that firm primarily because of these referrals. These steps to a referral. So we talked about saying please and thank you. Okay, the next one, please write this down. Do what you say you will do. Do what you say you will do. Can somebody write that down at the bottom? Do what you say you will do. You see, you're not going to be earning referrals if you do not do what you say you will do. If you tell somebody, I will call you back at 3 o'clock tomorrow, and you were supposed to get some information, but when you call, but when 3 o'clock the following day came by, you didn't actually have that information for them. Okay, what do? Well, I'm not going to call them because I don't have the answer, or I got an answer, but it's an answer they won't like. So I'm feeling uncomfortable. I'm lacking self-confidence. Get over it. You need to make the call at 3 p.m. Curl Girl is in the house. Curlfriend, Alejandra Curl. I call her Curlfriend. Okay, now, here's why you have to call that person. You told them, you promised them you were going to call at 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's now 3 p.m. tomorrow. You either have an uncomfortable answer for them or you have no answer. You still need to pick up the phone and you tell that person, Sarah, this is Marvin. I'm returning your phone call, and the reason I'm returning your phone call is because it is now 3 o'clock the following day, and I told you I would call you at that time. I don't have an answer for you yet, but I promise I would call you, and I want you to know I'm still thinking about it, or I'm still working on it. It's still on my mind. Or here is the answer, and give the answer, okay? Deliver bad news fast. Don't sit on it. Don't dwell on it. You know, sometimes I lose major accounts. Sometimes I win major accounts. So I have to take the highs and the lows, okay? I can't live with all that negativity. If somebody doesn't want to continue to choose to do business with you, let that go. You can't be a control freak, but you can control how to earn future referrals. I didn't say just get future referrals. I said how to earn them. And so I've given you 6 steps so far. Do what you say you will do and actually follow up. Now, here's another little free tip in there. Sometimes I can gain a friend but not a customer. Excellent, up $2. Let me tell you another thing about gaining a friend but not a customer. One time I put together I was a corporate training specialist with the Dale Carnegie courses in the early 80s, and I went to a town called Lake Charles, Louisiana, and there's a bank there called the Calcasieu Marine Bank. And I went in and made what's called a cold call because I didn't know the lady that was there. And she sat with me. I explained to her what I was trying to create and develop there. And that particular day, she did not give me any of her business. What she did give me that day was 28 referrals. Are you kidding me? She gave me 28 referrals, and at that time, you couldn't start a Dale Carnegie class unless you had 44 students. Well, when I went back and tracked it, I think it was over 65 to 70% of the class that finally bought the courses that we would train on came from that one day when I called on a lady who actually did not buy from me. So just because somebody does not buy from you, if you're likable and you're credible, you still are eligible to earn a referral. Let me say that again. If you're likable and you're credible, you're still eligible to earn a referral. That's a key thing, okay? That's a big lesson that I learned that day. Also, whenever you set appointments, whether it's for business or you set a visit for coffee with someone, do not become a person that is constantly canceling or rescheduling. That's not going in the right direction, folks. Don't get used to canceling. Here's a little secret. There are times in my life that better opportunities, especially right now, quite frankly, I have appointments booked out 6 months to a year in advance, okay? And people are willing to set that time aside that far in advance in future months because they know that when I spend time with them, my full attention is on them. They also know that I don't cancel appointments. I show up. I have to be really sick or completely out of town or a death in the family, I show up. I'm prompt, I'm personable, I'm likable, I'm not pretentious, and I'm not above it all. And so those are traits that I've learned from other people, and I've incorporated it into the brand that I am. And so think about those things tonight. What is it that you can do? Well, Marvin, I can't do this and I can't do that. No, you can be likable. You can be open-minded. Okay, you can listen to others. You can be coachable. You can be trainable. You can gain knowledge. Here's why. Here's the secret. Right now, those of you that are listening, I'm positive you're equal or way above my level in how to work technology. Okay, trust me, I am currently going through some uncomfortable personal growth with this whole Periscope venue because I'm very accustomed to being face-to-face in appointments for insurance and financial planning, or whenever I'm doing keynote speeches across America. But this right here, face-to-face, is much harder. So you see, we all have something to work on. Let's also remember something. Let's see if everybody can see this. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. The harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. Sometimes I do a quote, but don't do the job for months. Never give up. Wow, you're running a little ahead of me, because that never give up is part 5 of 5 with how to earn referrals. But Vince Lombardi said this: the harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. And I keep this on my desk to remind me that if you're truly pursuing your passion, then the long hours are usually inconsequential. No problem up $2. I thoroughly embrace interaction. It's me that has to get better at the interaction on Periscope. So let's remember that about don't cancel on people, about working harder and not surrendering. Also, write this down if you would. Don't cut people off in traffic or in conversation. Part of being a great earner of referrals is when you don't cut people off and you really are looking at them. Lots of times I tell people that I coach, look at somebody 3 inches behind their eye sockets. Okay? Be there, mean it, and don't cut people off. And yes, sometimes you really want to cut it off because you're kind of bored with them, or you've been doing that particular job so long you already know what they're going to say. You're kind of running ahead of it. But out of respect for them, as long as someone else is talking, you become more likable. Think about that. As long as someone else is talking to you, you become more likable. But how can I become more likable? I didn't say anything. You were saying something. You were actively listening. And then in this world right now, active listening is an art that is not practiced nearly enough. So those are some thoughts that I wanted to share with you. I'm also going to suggest for you to get off the couch and get into the game. I did study Periscope. I probably watched 30 or 40 broadcasts before I ever got up enough courage to do my own broadcast. So put a limit on the number of broadcasts you're going to do before you actually start. If you need an accountability coach, that could be me. You just drop me an email at MarvinLeBlanc Speaker. That's MARVIN LeBlanc, LEB as in boy, LANC, Speaker. MarvinLeBlanc Speaker at gmail.com, and I will be honored to work with you on your accountability. So I'm going to leave you with that. Then the other thing that I want you to do is, I love Coca-Cola, and I want you to be my #1 fan. I want to earn your Periscope share. So please share with your followers this particular broadcast, and then certainly those that miss the entire broadcast, they can see the rebroadcast at catch.me/MarvinLeBlanc. There's 4 people here that if you're not already following, thank you, Dustin. Dustin, I just mentioned that although we're coming to the close of this session, every broadcast I've ever done is still at catch.me/MarvinLeBlanc. I want to show you these 4. Can you see these 4 here? Let's see. So the first one is Caleb Maddox. Caleb Maddox is someone that you should follow. Caleb Maddox is a 13-year-old phenom that is amazing on Periscope and offers amazing value. Here he is, 13, already teaching leadership skills, successful tips for kids. He's amazing. Caleb doesn't know this yet. We haven't met just yet. But Caleb made me go have a conversation in front of the mirror and say, hey, what's your excuse? Okay, you can be better. If this 13-year-old can rock, can you rock better? And the answer was yes. The second person that's here is Michael Syncuino. Does everybody see that? Can I get some hearts on Michael Syncuino? Okay, if you're not following Michael Syncuino, he is a Periscope coach. So if you're new to Periscope, I strongly suggest for you to follow Michael Syncuino. He is a giver. He and I are both partnered up as collaborators on the platform called Peri 10K, Peri 10K at peri10k.com/join. Thanks so much for the hearts. I appreciate them. 500 hearts. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. I love it. I love it. Oh, and blue and yellow and some purple in there. There we go. I love those hearts, baby. Bring it. Man, the future's so bright. I got to wear shades. Okay. Who's our third guy? Wow. This guy here, Alex Pettit. Alex Pettit. He's a wonder kid from London, and he has very specific tips. Thanks, up $2. He's got very specific tips on how to rock on Periscope. He's an award-winning broadcaster. Okay, so there is a lot you can learn from him. Here's what I'm trying to communicate with you. Put yourself in the right environment to learn. If you're surrounded around some potty mouth, negative, non-dreaming people, and you go to lunch and have those negative lunches with those people, and you still believe somehow you're going to succeed, somebody's just not telling you the truth. So I just did. So make choices on who are you going to watch on Periscope. Okay, where are they heading? What are their minds like? Because you have to make the right choices. And the right choices doesn't mean that you continue to follow somebody on Periscope that's not going to help you. Thank you in Blake 19. Whoa! 500. Woo, woo, woo. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Okay, I'm a Who Dat fan. So pray for my Who Dats. They need a little work this year. Secret. They probably are going to have a new defensive coordinator next year. Yes, because they can't stop anything. No, they're terrible. Okay, so let's go to number 4. Who's number 4 there? Lunch-epreneurs. Lunch-epreneurs. Lunch-epreneurs is a lady named Katja Ypres. I've been practicing that. Still hadn't got it down, but I'm practicing. Katja is actually the founder and mastermind and creator of this Peri 10K format. What the heck is Peri 10K? Well, Peri stands for Periscope. 10K stands for, our goal is for all of the members of Peri 10K to have 10,000 followers. The core values of Peri 10K is collaboration, sharing, caring, and edifying the rest of our group. What is edification? Did you ever hear that word before? It's okay. Put down no if you've never heard the word edification. This is good stuff. This is extra. This is bonus, baby. This is beyond the material. It's coming from the inside of my tissues, and you guys are making me share because of your hearts. Edification is actually the opposite of gossip. So when you hear the word gossip, well, when I hear the word gossip, I think it's someone talking negatively behind the backs of another person. Say yes? Anybody in the house? Is that what you think gossip is? That's kind of how I think of gossip. I don't usually think of gossip as being positive. Okay, edification, however, is the opposite of gossip. And edification is when I talk positively about people and they don't even know that I'm saying you need to go follow these people. That's edification. Guess what? They've actually earned what? The subject of tonight. They've earned my referral because they're credible, they're knowledgeable, they're enthusiastic, and they're going in the same direction as my own personal path. So I want to leave you with that. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you and encourage you to go back and read your notes. And if all you did was pick up one idea or one little bit of inspiration that helps you down the road to becoming a marvelous performer, then my time tonight was well spent. I'm Marvin LeBlanc. I wish you peace. I wish you love. I wish you gumbo. Good night, everybody. Thank you, and Blake. Peace, love, and gumbo. Any questions? I have time for one question. Anybody have any questions on anything? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one last time for a question until tomorrow. 1. Good night.